In this video, we look at how Mario may actually be the center of the video game multiverse.
Here we go!
Hey everyone, John here. Last time on the Geek Fiction Multiverse, we looked at how the two biggest science fiction franchises, Star Trek and Star Wars, are connected via crossovers with other franchises. Click up here to check that out. This time around, we're going to look at video game characters. Focusing on the biggest name in the world of Nintendo, which is of course Mario, I'm going to take a number of other popular video game icons and show how they are connected to him in as few degrees as possible. While Mario isn't the oldest video game character ever, he is certainly the oldest one with the most continuous game releases, many of which, the main games in particular, have been commercially and critically successful. So since he's been around for a while, you'd think it's no wonder that he makes a good focal point of this multiverse. But at the same time, you'll notice that quite a few crossovers I will mention are actually fairly recent. So, let's jump into this. As before, the connections will not include any fanfiction, nor any parodies. However, I'm not going to be too strict on canonicity, as long as all connections are officially published works, even if they have since been retconned or rebooted. Let's begin with Crash Bandicoot. While in his first few years Crash Bandicoot was intended to be a PlayStation exclusive mascot character, that doesn't stop him from being part of Mario's multiverse. Crash Bandicoot and Dr. Neo Cortex are in Skylanders Imaginators. In Skylanders Imaginators, you can use the figures of characters introduced in Skylanders Superchargers, including turbocharged Donkey Kong and Hammer Slam Bowser if played on a Nintendo platform. Donkey Kong faced off against Mario as early as Donkey Kong in the arcade. Or, if you're particular about which Donkey Kong it is, since the original Donkey Kong is now Cranky Kong, then fine, the current Donkey Kong has faced Mario in a number of sports and party games, but probably earliest in Mario Kart 64. Simon Belmont. The original Castlevania protagonist may not be the first or the last Belmont to face Dracula, according to the whole Castlevania timeline, but he is the one who comes closest to Mario. Simon Belmont and Bomberman both appear in DreamX TV World Fighters on the GameCube. Bomberman and Wario try to blow each other up in Wario Blast featuring Bomberman on the Game Boy. Wario made his debut in Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins as a new villain against Mario. Additionally, there is a version of Simon Belmont in Captain N the Game Master. I feel this version is quite different than in the games, but if you think he counts, it's actually easier with only 2 degrees. He's one of the main characters in Captain N the Game Master, alongside Mega Man and Pit, though they call him Kid Icarus. And both of them are in the Super Smash Bros. Games with Mario. Nathan Drake. The Uncharted series may be one of the best reasons to own a PS3 or PS4, but even this Sony exclusive is not far from Nintendo's Mario. Nathan Drake and Raiden fight each other in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Raiden is the main protagonist of Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, where Solid Snake also appears. Solid Snake is a guest character in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which of course features Mario. Ezio Auditore de Firenze. The protagonist of Assassin's Creed 2 and some of the series spin-offs is just a few steps away from the Mushroom Kingdom's hero. Ezio is a guest character in Soul Calibur 5, which of course features a number of Soul Calibur characters, so say Nightmare. Nightmare faces the GameCube exclusive guest character Link in Soul Calibur 2. Link and Mario appeared together as far back as this Tetris congratulatory screen on the NES. Sub-Zero. The only character playable in every main Mortal Kombat game is Sub-Zero. His name implies that he's less than 0 degrees, but that's only regarding temperature. To the far less violent realm of the Mushroom Kingdom, he needs 3 degrees. Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are all guest characters in the DC Comics fighting game Injustice 2. The Turtles have faced the Rabbids in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up, and the Rabbids have teamed up with Mario and friends in Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Now, spoiler alert for the first Mortal Kombat game, there are actually 2 ninjas that go by the name Sub-Zero, with the original one, the older brother of Bai-Han, returning in later games as Noob Saibot. Obviously this first one is connected to Mario 2, it's just one more step, using almost any main Mortal Kombat game from the second one onwards. Lara Croft. While the Tomb Raider franchise has rebooted twice in the games and once in the movies, we just need one version of Lara Croft to connect to Mario. So we'll go with the comics version. Lara Croft, the Tomb Raider, and Sarah Pazzini, wielder of the Witchblade, have teamed up in comics in Tomb Raider Witchblade. Sarah meets the Justice League, including Batman, in JLA Witchblade. Batman teams up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And again, the Turtles have faced the Rabbids in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up. And the Rabbids have teamed up with Mario and friends in Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Master Chief. So here's an interesting one. There are two noteworthy ways to go about this. We can either take a more definite route from the Xbox hero to Nintendo's main man, but it takes 7 steps as far as I can tell. Nothing wrong with that, it's just merely a little beyond the 6 degrees of separation theory. Master Chief and the Arbiter were both in Halo 2. While not a crossover, that was a necessary step, as the Arbiter shows up as guest character in Killer Instinct, as does Rash, one of the Battletoads. Rash and the other Battletoads are guest boss characters in the Xbox and PC versions of Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight also faces the guest boss Kratos from God of War, but in the PlayStation versions of his game. Kratos is a guest character in Soul Calibur Broken Destiny, where he meets Soul Calibur characters such as Nightmare. Nightmare faces the GameCube exclusive guest character Link in Soul Calibur 2. And Link and Mario appeared together as far back as his Tetris congratulatory screen. Or, if we really want it to be 6 or fewer degrees, it is possible in 4, but this way may need an asterisk. Master Chief is from the Halo series, as is Spartan 458, as confirmed by Bungie themselves. Spartan 458 fights in Dead or Alive 4 against Kasumi and other DOA characters. Kasumi may battle in the geothermal power plant in Dead or Alive Dimensions for the 3DS, where Samus Aran from Metroid makes a cameo. And Samus and Mario also appeared together as far back as his Tetris congratulatory screen. The footnote to that one is that unless Master Chief and Spartan 458 actually meet, we've only connected universes. Yeah, only, as opposed to connecting relationships. Still, either way, Master Chief is part of this geek fiction multiverse, but requires another Halo character, whether the Arbiter or Spartan 458 to do it. Any Final Fantasy character. Characters from the multiple Final Fantasy games have appeared in many spin-offs in recent years, not just Kingdom Hearts of Disney, but also in Dissidia, Beach Rhythm, and some mobile games, which bring all the main heroes together. One of these is Final Fantasy Record Keeper, which also has a ridiculous amount of secondary characters, besides of course the main characters from each game. Since this includes Cloud, through him nearly every Final Fantasy character is only 2 degrees away from Mario, as Cloud is a guest character in Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U, which of course has Mario. But if you don't want to use Super Smash Bros., they're still connected. As stated, almost every Final Fantasy character you can think of is in Final Fantasy Record Keeper, including Noctis Lucius Calum from Final Fantasy XV. Noctis is a guest character in Tekken 7, and faces Tekken characters like Heihachi. Heihachi and many other Tekken characters are included, along with another Namco character, Pac-Man, in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And Pac-Man races Mario in Mario Kart Arcade GP. A side note, earlier than that though, Mario does commentate in Pac-Man Vs., a GameCube game which requires a Game Boy Advance for the player playing as Pac-Man. It's sort of a predecessor to the asymmetric gameplay that the Wii U tried to promote. It is also playable using 2 Nintendo Switches. Just wanted to mention that. So, there you have it. So many characters can be connected to Mario, and henceforth, they are all also connected to each other in this geek fiction multiverse. Now you may have noticed that some of the characters and crossovers were mentioned in the previous episode about Star Trek and Star Wars. Or, real quickly, to tie it all together, Captain Kirk to Wolverine to Ryu to Mario. Darth Vader to Nightmare to Link to Mario. Both are 3 degrees to Mario, so he's exactly in the middle between those as well, in another 6 degrees of separation. They're all connected. So who else would you like to see connected? Do you think you can stump me? Comment below, and I may tackle them in a later episode. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. That's it for now. See you.